Hello, Diane. How you doing?
Hello, Theresa. Obviously colder than you.
Absolutely. New year, new beginnings, eh?
You can have my red nose.
Yes. Well, it's good to be chatting with you in Spain and me in Bali. So it's
It's been a while. Nice to connect.
been a while,
So,
absolutely. And hopefully there'll be a lot of wonderful information coming through for everybody here again. So let's start with the prayer and the guides can chat with us. Great Spirit, we ask for your protection as we join with the world of spirit. We ask that you would help us to open our minds, our hearts, and our lives to the information that comes through so that we can get the greatest benefit out of this information. And we ask that you would bless what we are doing here. Amen. So we greet you once again, beloved friends, and we greet especially at this time the Lady Diane. We greet you with love. So the topic selected for the talk at this time is spiritual growth through adversity. And of course, many of you will not particularly want to hear that adversity is something which actually helps with growth. But we would say to you, it is important that you do recognize that, because there is always a greater amount of growth when there is difficulty and adversity. So let us ask the Lady Diane, just on the general topic of spiritual growth through adversity. Is there anything that you would like to share with us from your ancestors and guides?
I'd say both from a reading perspective and even with people I know privately. Oh, so many people saying, "What's it all about? I feel like giving up. Do I have a life purpose?" Some people really are on the verge of throwing in the towel. So I see our purpose is to maybe shed some light that they've come in for the spiritual growth. They've come into this world for the spiritual growth that these harsh lessons bring, personal, professional. A lot of family feuds going on at the moment, so there has to be some growth from that, or maybe even some karmic lessons to evolve and sort out. And
Yes. Well,
yeah, a lot of
that
it
is,
what's my life purpose. So,
yes, that is very much the case. And we would say to you, the storms that have moved through your lives is giving the opportunity for spiritual growth. And spiritual growth draws forward humanity, as all of humanity learns more, chooses differently, and works towards a different state of being. So that is the place where everyone finds themselves in your world. And there is this sense of hopelessness. And it is a collective sense of hopelessness, because all around there is a sense that everyone is feeling that way. And so it adds to the circumstance, does it not, Lady Diane?
absolutely, yes. And it's just trying to help people to see that clarity, that there is light at the end of the tunnel.
Yes. So you have been drawn to select the two cards, the first of which is the Nine of Staves. Would you speak to us of the message in this card, Lady Diane?
I feel this little man we see here, he's got that look as, is it going to be worthwhile this year? All the effort I'm putting in with my little tool, am I making some impact on the ground? Will I reap what I'm working towards? Is it worth it?
Yes.
That's basically what I feel with this little chap. but behind him we could see the light and the spiritual resonance encouraging him to, what I feel is to keep going, keep going.
Yes.
There's like a little almost in this picture.
Yes, and it is interesting because the light can be depicting the energy of spirit and ancestors working with you. And almost as you see that sparkling light, which can't always be seen, it can be felt if you choose to resonate with that. But too often in the earthly plane, you resonate with what is happening around you in the world. So this sense of hopelessness, this sense of anxiety as to whether or not this young chap can make a difference, it must link in to what is the spiritual energies of help and guidance. Yes?
Message with this card is about striving, and you're just on the end of reaping what you've sown.
Yes.
With 9.
So it is a message of hope. And we would say to you, there is a message of hope at this present time in your earth plane. Yes.
I would be giving the client a message of hope, and spirits trying to emphasize that spiritual message of hope as well.
Yes. Don't give up now. Keep going. You don't have as far to go as you think you do, correct?
Keep stepping away from hard ground.
Yes. So the next card that you were drawn to select, Lady Diane?
Sort of in a nutshell, never give up. And there's the ancestors in the background encouraging us along, even though we've got this heavy knapsack. We could put it down at times. We're tending to focus on the heaviness of that load. And the message is, we observe you feeling that life is futile, as if you're on a road to nowhere. What is actually occurring is that you are collecting many tough yet valuable spiritual growth lessons, explain the ancestors.
Exactly. And that is such a beautiful and relevant lesson for this time in your world. That sense that it is an endless struggle. We would say to you, it changes if you allow yourself the help from those who stand about you wanting to give help. Too often, the struggle in your world is based purely on you as an individual, as an isolated individual. But there are so many from spirit, are there not, Lady Diane?
Absolutely, yes. And we have to remind ourselves as counselors as well that they're there. We don't ask, we don't get. They won't intrude unless we ask them to come forward.
Yes, exactly. And so that is this message of spiritual growth through adversity, which is a wonderful message for you to recognize at this time. We thank the Lady Diane and all of those who guide you from spirit, and we leave you all with our great and unconditional love for you.